Good morning, everybody. Hope you had a fantastic morning and night last night. Jumping right into this morning's scan. So I'm going to go right into press releases and some sort of catalysts that are out this morning. So CRCL, stablecoin related stock. Visa is currently piloting a program to allow business to fund their Visa Direct service using stablecoins, and then they also had this out in their on their site. So we got some volume pre-market, just pretty much building now up here. A little bit of a higher low type of setup. Recent IPO, huge traction once they IPO'd. So I'm going to look for some sort of continuation here if we get any of that. CoreWeave, the next one. Also, pretty much, maybe we get something like we're right here on Circle. Maybe we get some sort of continuation like we did in CoreWeave after that first IPO move, that little pullback, and then we get that little bit of a build and reversal. So that's what I'm looking for in CRCL. CoreWeave, another one that is pushing up this morning. They basically had this $14 billion meta deal to supply computing power. They gapped up last few weeks ago on the NVIDIA deal, and then Carousdale came out short, and then they had a OpenAI $6.5 billion deal, and then now 14 billion. So they just keep on getting orders. Carousdale entered short and pretty much hasn't gone lower from there. So it's still building up here. We're pretty much at that or near these key levels that I have on my chart. So I'm just looking for any trend to join off of open over 132, 133's level. Path pretty much pushing a lot this morning. Had a couple of PRs out, mentioning Snowflake, mentioning OpenAI, mentioning Google and NVIDIA. So a lot of traction. We could see how big of a move it is, and pretty much went right into those daily keys. So if it doesn't really hold off of open, then I want to wait for a potential delayed reaction. Otherwise, if we get some sort of build, we have a little gap to fill over there. It is a choppy name. It hasn't really got a trend. Pretty clean on the way down, though, but also been in this 3-year base. So if volume really kicks in and builds over that 15, 16 level, then I'd probably be interested in joining that. RKLB was another one that had press release out last night. Every time they offered, it just came right back. It's still building in this range. So if it does get traction and start to perk up through 48s or 47.50s with volume, then I'd potentially be interested there. As for some delayed reaction and continuations, LAC, the 2DLV setup, very nice gapper, pretty much 100%, and then a little more the following day. We get the 2-day pullback on decreasing volume, and now I'm pretty much just looking for any sort of reversal to join that trend. We got open, which looked really good yesterday and ended up pulling back, but the volume is still lower than prior day. Either we get one more little pullback and then we could get a good setup for tomorrow, or we just start to reverse today. Preferably, I'd like it to open up over yesterday's lows. Otherwise, maybe I'll be patient and wait for another day of decreasing volume. Two other ones that potentially moving with Circle, and especially if we get action in CoreWeave and the rest, was Coin had a little bit of a action this morning. So not really much, but key level we could see 336. So if it could build over there, maybe we get some sort of continuation back to the upside and recovery from the earnings gap. And then DVLT is just one that has had some massive volume. Trading almost 2 billion volume in the past couple of weeks. So this also had some stablecoin news, and they're pretty much working on a stablecoin exchange. And supercomputing deal, they got 150 million in Bitcoin from Silex. So the volume's huge. So either we start to put in another inside day in reverse, or maybe a little bit of a pullback with lower volume for tomorrow. But one to watch given the volume and good timing with CRCL and the stablecoin news and all of that. That's what I got this morning. Pass it right over to Josh.
Hey, good morning. Just a couple of watches for me this morning. I am going to be watching QS on a partnership with Corningstone, which could help scale their batteries for the near future. So far it's kind of a failed follow through, to the upside. I'd like to see 14s get traction, and VWAP and support on the 520 SMA hold throughout the day. But if we fade off, I won't be surprised. This is just going to be on watch and nothing more. Lyft, I like the daily here, after their most recent news and kind of spike up. It undercut the 10-day, now is building on the right side. I'm going to watch if 23s firm up and then 2350 kind of breaks out on the right side of this chart right here. CoreWeave, kind of same thing. I am going to be watching it versus 128, 130 on the 5-minute. I am not doing anything until we open, until I see 5 to 10, 15 minutes of this trading. But this will be on watch for potential long as well. As far as shorts are concerned, PLTR, I'm going to see if we can't lose this 10-day 177.50, and fail on this right side of trying to make a new high. I do think that if the market kind of fades off here, you do need to be looking for some shorts. Quantum was a good example yesterday, but Palantir is going to be the one that I'm looking at today. That's all for me, and I'm passing this to Emil.
All right, morning everyone. So for me, it's going to be Nvidia. I'm watching this one for a while now. I'm looking for a breakout here. I already have a position through options, but I think this one, given the fact that it's pretty narrow, and if it's going to break through 184, 185 ish, I'm going to add for the breakout. So far, it's a little bit of anticipation of this price action, but if it's going to have some follow through, definitely looking to add some. So any build up and push through these levels, I'm going to be there for a trade run. Also one that I'm interested in. Nice build up here. This is a little bit a loose type of setup, but if given the fact that today it's going to be the third day that it's holding under 18, I'm thinking that if it's going to push through that area, I'm going to be there for long. So that one too. Netflix also on radar. This one, it's so far I'm just going to keep an eye on it, not really looking to anticipate anything, but if it's going to get above 1232 ish area, I'm going to be there for long. So I'll really to see a push here, unless it's going to do that, not really going to do anything. So far I'm just going to keep it on radar. Also Lulu on radar. This is if we go back here, this is a big support, and if we are looking at the volume in this washout here, this one for me, it's I know it's under all moving averages and stuff, but to me this is a decent bounce setup, and if we're going to push through 179 today, I'm just going to take a position, and most likely I'm going to risk 170-ish. So good risk reward for me in my book here. So and obviously if it's going to hold planning for a swing, it's not really a day trade on this one. Then looking at few small cap today, like BENF. This one, as you can see, it's having a history of having a push and then giving back the moves. So far, it's holding. I would really like to see a push through 80, and ideally even towards 1. So we shall see how it's going to behave after the open. The range is pretty appealing to me. So any push towards 1, we shall see if 80 is going to stuff. But if it does, definitely interested in getting a position there, and then leaving a little bit of room. EPOW, oops. IPAO, again, nothing here seems pretty weak, but if it's going to push back against pre-market highs, which are 180-ish, I am going to be interested in getting a short position. So anything towards 180, I'm going to be there for a short. And also SKYQ, nothing here again, but if it's going to push towards 90 cents and reclaiming pre-market highs, then might be a decent one for a short. So these are the small caps I'm watching. And also I want to add Path. They had a PR this morning, and this one might actually be a decent long versus this level. So any dips versus 15 area, see if it's going to build up later in the morning, or even if it's going to go under and then it's reclaiming, I am going to consider this one for long, mostly because it has a big range that it's being breaking out this morning above these levels and also this level, and we shall see how the volume is. It's going to be there, but definitely any build up above 15, I'm going to be interested in taking a long position. So yeah, that's what I have for today, guys. Good luck, and catch you all next time.
Thank you.